Greetings, everyone. I'm going to address a comment as I continue the conversation about the young princess who accuses her stepfather of violating her in a way that is all too familiar in the Black community. And the person in the comment section said that there's so many kids in Jamaica getting SA and nobody's talking about it, so they should rest the case with the Carter family. And therein lies the problem, that things will never change. Now, that individual is either known or registered SA, or that person is an enabler. I find, as I've shared before, stories of persons who share testimony of their family members violating them that way, justifying it. It will never change. It's never going to change because it's not just a Jamaican thing or a Black thing. These things are not taken seriously. That's why you have these people who reoffend, these individuals who reoffend, abusing minors, because society on a whole find it okay for them to do so. Case in point, when Chrissy's husband was cheating with those young girls, she came on the cameras looking disheveled. I never saw her looking so stressed, so depressed, so unkept. And in that video, or maybe it wasn't the first one where she comes out, but what I loved about her is that she came out to say, don't tell the people it's a prank. She outed him. It was Chrissy who let the world know that what was going on social media was not a prank. It was the truth. And she refused to defend her husband. She told the people that he was actually guilty of doing these things with these young girls. And I think she gained or garnered a lot of respect from people because she didn't cover up for him. Now, in the beginning of this situation, when the stories came out that he was arrested for doing this to her daughter, I was one of the persons who said to her, you do not have to share any details because it was before the court. In that scenario, I remember, the one where, her husband was out there frolicking with young girls. The mom was visiting, and the mom said, somebody mentioned something about the mom getting married again, and the mom said, we're married ago, or we're marriage ago, or wedding ago, or something to that effect. Because you're married, you're wearing the ring, and other people have the men. Pretty much what she was saying. What's the point of showing off that you're a married woman when other people keep in your mind? You just have the ring as a symbol, and those women are actually the ones enjoying the husband. It was an honest and straightforward response to a question that was asked of her. And she appears to be the type of person that doesn't hold her tongue when she's going to speak her truth. But what is very confusing to the people and the ones who have reached out to ask me to speak on this area is that Chrissy's silence was not just because of the courts. Her silence is deafening. She was so angry to the point where she said she don't want to buck them girls because she ever bucked them. She was willing to go defend or fight over her man, but she's not showing the same passion towards defending her daughter, her daughter's innocence. And that I find to be alarming. Also, I mentioned in a previous video that they're not the Cosby family, but I want you to keep in mind that the Cosby himself was charged with the same type of crime that Chrissy's husband was arrested for. And because of him, even though he's a celebrity and a man who made great impact in not just the Black community, but in general on TV. And his show got canceled. All those individuals that were in that movie that was supposed to, sorry, the series, the Bill Cosby show, that should have been collecting their pension. They were not able to collect anything. They were all punished because of what Cosby allegedly did. And I guess I can't say allegedly because he went to prison for SA of women. So the Carter family is not above the Cosby family. They're nowhere close to their level of fame, but they are famous. But as time goes on, they're becoming more infamous. Okay? Chrissy had more venom for the girls who, in my opinion, are also survivors of her husband. She had more passion to come against those women than she does to come against her husband, whose name is mixed up for doing or allegedly doing what we're told. What is this? What are the people supposed to think going forward? This big messy thing come out. There's this theory that there are rituals, and they're shaming rituals where before you can get your fame and continue in your power, you have to be subjected to these sort of rituals. You know, there are going to be all these huge and elaborate schemes or thoughts as it relates to these people. But in this video, I'm pretty much saying, from what I've seen, Chrissy shows more rage towards the side pieces than she would show towards a man that allegedly did these things to her offspring. We really don't know what is going behind the scenes. We can assume that, you know, they're waiting and bidding for time for the fire to quench. But I'm saying it's unsettling and it doesn't look good. This video is a response to a question. There is another part. So if I were to answer all the questions in one video, it would just be too long. And that's why I had to separate them. So I had a group of people ask me a bunch of questions, and I asked them questions in a session, in a closed session. And so these videos are coming up based on the questions that they wanted me to answer or the topics they want me to put out there for conversation. And this particular part of the questioning was, why is Chrissy, or why was Chrissy so angry with the side girls more so than she is with her husband? Is she the type of person that, or the type of woman that blames other people for what her partner does? Is she the type of person who is willing to forgive him regardless of what he does, but still hold other persons? Now, this is not just about Chrissy. It's about women in general. Women who are like that, who go fight other women, who blame other women, who cause other women to take responsibility for their own action or the action of their partner. A lot of women are this way. They do not allow their partners to take responsibility for their action. And when you don't, this is how it spills over into your own environment. Why was Chrissy so angry with these girls? Why did she show more rage towards that situation and seem so even keeled with this one? From what I'm seeing, whatever is missing and what's confusing people is that it's not just her. Her whole family seems to be so kind, so nice to her husband. Something is missing. But people are going to, make what they can of it. Some people have already moved on. But I'm telling you, the stain is on that white t-shirt and it's never going away anytime soon. People send the questions, send the comments, but I really want to move along from this because I've explored all these different avenues and I'd like to move on. Because listen, there's no point in you being all up into people's business, stressing out yourself about what should be their concern. I can't love her baby girl any more than she does. And at the end of the day, this is still working out for them. That man who is accused of these horrible crimes is still capitalizing on it. And though there's a certain distaste that is living in my mouth that I really feel like I don't want to speak about it anymore, which is very unfortunate because really you shouldn't leave these things. They want you to leave these things alone. But there is so much more I can talk about it, you know, without it seeming like I'm being spiteful. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section and stay blessed.